Anthony, since we last talked, there has been all kinds of craziness going on in the world.
Man, oh my God. I didn't see this one coming. Wow.
No. So what I'm going to kind of do is go from front to back, and we'll kind of go in reverse order.
Absolutely. I'm ready.
So one of the things that struck me, Biden drops out of the race. Kamala Harris is now, we assume, going to be the nominee. Crazy
Yes.
things could happen. We don't know what's going to happen in a few weeks in
Right.
Chicago, but as of right now, she is the nominee. One of the things that struck me was the polls just came out yesterday, the first poll showing that Biden was down by about 2 points nationally to Trump if you take the aggregate of the polls.
That's all. I
Kamala
thought it'd be
Harris,
more.
you would think that, but that was the aggregate, was about 2 points. Kamala Harris
Wow.
is down about 1.5 points. So they almost didn't move at all.
That's scary, ain't it? That means Trump is
It
gonna have to do some work, man. Cause
Well, here was what I was thinking of the reason why. And I was sitting there thinking, like, why haven't the polls moved more one way or the other? Well, if you think about it as a voter, if you were voting for Biden knowing what we know now,
yeah.
there's no probability he's going to survive 4 years in office. None. And
I
so
heard
you're
about that
essentially voting
debate.
for Kamala Harris.
Yeah, I heard about that debate, man. He stunk up the joint. And what how do you tell Superman he's not Superman anymore? Okay. And I like the guy. I think he had a good run, but was remember Hollywood Henderson used to play for Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
had this saying about retiring. He said you better leave for they ask you to leave. Okay. And he didn't want to leave. You could tell.
No.
And guys obviously got an ego, but when you're not cognizant and you calling people the wrong name, and this is such a reversal from the last time that we talked. And her, what I have a problem with her is when you ask her a difficult question, she giggles when she don't know the answer, and I really have a problem with that. And I'm trying to figure out how she would. I don't know. She needs to be coached up like he did in the debate. They spent hours coaching him. He still did terrible. She seems like she's pretty witty and she's quick, and she may be able to pivot when Trump, does his shtick. You know what he does. But I'm not sold on her yet, Randall. I'm not Dr. Valentine. I'm not sold on her yet. I got to see more. What does she stand for? Are we just happy we got a woman in office that's running for the presidency? We already got that with Hillary Clinton, right?
Right.
She's not the first. And then you got to figure out who's our running mate. We can't have all women because the men are going like, I'm not doing that. So she's probably have to pick a man. She's smart. So she's gonna have to figure out how to move the chains like in football. Does she's gonna have to be real strategic about picking a running mate. Um, Now the guy that Trump picked, I still don't know about him. Like you probably know more than I do.
I
He
don't
you
know much. The one thing that struck me about JD Vance
I
was
already know
we
what you're getting
talked
ready to
about the
say.
last talk about the beard
Yeah, that was the
and,
first thing
and
got my
how
attention.
how people don't like candidates that have a beard.
I
He's
bet
got
she
a
cuts that
full
off.
beard.
I bet she trims it. I bet he cuts it off. If he doesn't cut it completely off, he'll probably have the Don Johnson look, where it's barely there,
Right, right, the rough look.
the rough look. But people have a problem with people with beards. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if that's how we were raised. And when I saw him as being picked as the running mate, excuse me, he got a dry throat. I was shocked. I looked at him like you did. I was like, "Oh wow, that's breaking the norm." And
Yeah.
we're collecting more data. We present at your conference in the fall. We're collecting more data, and I would love to see how the results have shifted. Um, but again, I'm not sold on Harris. Trump is Trump. Um, Her running mate is going to be key. Who she's going to get for a running mate, and is she going to find somebody that's squeaky clean? She's going to find somebody because I know I see their strategy. The Democratic Party. You're going to talk about Trump's morals. That's what they're going to focus on. All the
Yeah, her
trials that
first
he's
presser
had.
was exactly that. It was kind of
Exactly.
interesting. She took the role of, she was a former prosecutor.
That's right.
And she basically said, "Oh, I know Donald Trump's type. I know criminals."